Machiavelli Mills TV, what's going on, y'all? So look, I don't care what nobody says. Eminem stands or Superfans, like they worse than a BeyHive. Like they are worse than a BeyHive. Seriously. Let you say one thing about you not relating to Eminem's content or you not really liking Eminem's content, and I mean they have a fit. They have a fit. I made a video yesterday regarding Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar's comments saying that most people in the hood, most black people in the hood don't listen to Eminem because they can't relate to the content that he makes. And I said that was true. That was factual, right? Now, while I don't live in every single neighborhood in the hood, no, I haven't visited every hood in America. But most individuals, I have friends from a lot of different hoods across the United States of America, people that I met in college, and most of them have all said, they in their hood, Eminem does not really get play like that. He doesn't. Now, while I said that, I still went on to compliment Eminem and say that he is a dope lyricist, right? I said he's a dope artist. He's a very dope lyricist. He puts words together well. He's a wordsmith. However, the content does not resonate with me and a lot of other people that come from the environments that I come from. And then I also said that there are people that listen to Eminem that live in the hood, but those people that listen to Eminem that live in the hood often are into alternative types of music, such as heavy metal and death metal and all those other type of genres that I don't resonate with, you know? So you got people that are so mad at me for saying that. People were calling me, one dude called me a bitch, and I mean was vigorous in saying it. Like he was ready to fight me, ready to come through the screen and fight me literally. And I'm just laughing like, bro, it can't be this serious, man. All because I said your favorite rapper, your idol, I don't resonate with the content that he makes. You ready to just fight me and just having a fit, throwing a fit in the comments and all of that. I don't mind the dislikes. That's cool. Like you can dislike the video if you want to. That's fine. I can't stop you from doing that. You can have your opinion. That's fine. I'm gonna say my opinion. But what I find funny is that people trying to make an excuse as to why I don't like the content or try to like insult me for not liking the content. Like they'll say stuff like, you got to be a deep thinker. You have to really think to be an Eminem fan. Eminem makes you think. Listen, fam, I listen to a lot of different artists that have deep lyrical content. A lot of different artists that got deep lyrical content. Black Thought, J. Cole, a slew of other artists, Nas, Nasir Jones, Jay-Z, that make you really think. However, I feel like content in my soul. Their music is food for my soul. However, despite Eminem being a very great lyricist, his content does not feed my soul at all. Like it doesn't feed my soul at all. And it's no disrespect to him. He's a great lyricist, a great wordsmith. I just don't identify with the content that he makes. And a lot of other black people in the hood don't identify with the content that he makes a lot of times. And I say that because, and again, I know I can't speak for the whole, I can't speak for the whole hood. I can't. But I know a majority of the people from the hood do not listen to Eminem. And I told y'all, a lot of my people from the hood, they be lying and saying stuff like, what they'll say, they don't lie. They'll say like, yeah, I fool with Eminem, right? And which they probably don't have no problem with Eminem. If it's playing on the radio, they won't turn the station, but at the same time, they won't bump Eminem willingly. They can't recite. If you're a fan of someone and you think someone is really, really dope and you're a really great fan of an artist, you can recite at least 3 or 4 verses front to back if you're a really great fan of an artist. A lot of black people in the hood can only recite the Lose Yourself lyrics, M's verse on Patiently Waiting or Forgot About Dre, and the verses from 8 Mile. That's it. That's it. I ask most dudes from the hood to recite an Eminem verse front to back or one verse. Just one verse. Majority of them can't do it unless it's talking about that 8 Mile battle freestyle battles, or if it's their Lose Yourself song, But they don't. I mean, a lot of black people in the hood, a lot of black people from the hood don't identify with the content that he makes. And I said it. People be like, and then I saw some other dude like, what did he say? People be like, this one that kills me right here. Because a lot of Eminem super fans try to act like if you don't like Eminem's content, you hate white people or you're racist or something like that. Bro, if a black artist was spitting the same content that Eminem made, I would not listen to it. It would not get no play around me or in my household or in the car or nothing. Cause I don't that content that music does not feed my soul at all. It does nothing for me. It doesn't even make me want to have a good time. So if it don't feed my soul, it don't make me want to have a good time, I'm not listening to it. I listen to music for two things: to feed my soul, that it does something to me. It makes me feel something. Or I'm just trying to listen to it to have a good time. M's music does not do that for me. Neither does Tyler the Creator's content. It just doesn't. You know, again, the gore rap, the rapping about killing your mom and killing his wife and his girlfriend at the time, and putting the bodies in the trunk and all that. Like, that's really outlandish. And again, in the black community, in the hood, we revere our mothers a lot. So I don't relate to that content, nor have I ever wanted to cause harm to my girlfriend. I never wanted to cause harm to her at all. So I don't identify with the content at all. I don't feel that. It's just something that does not resonate with me and a lot of other individuals in the hood. Now, mind you, yes, a lot of there are some black people that listen to Eminem that live in the hood, but again, they are into alternative things, alternative types of music, rock and roll, heavy metal, death metal, stuff like that. And that is a genre that I do not identify with at all. And people try to act like you're a racist because you don't like Eminem. Oh, it's because he's white. It's because he's white. No, fam. It's because of the content that he makes is something that just does not hit home with us, right? And people will always say this: well, y'all can listen to all the artists talk about all the money, cars, and mansions, and Lamborghinis, and Gucci, and Fendi, and all of this type of stuff that's not present in the hood. Yes, we can listen to that. A lot of people listen to that music because a lot of people in the hood that are struggling aspire to be rich. They aspire to escape poverty. They aspire to live, live beyond what they're living now, to live in luxury. They aspire to have those things because of the current state that they're in. They're trying to escape that. I don't like, and a lot of M's content is just filled with some stuff. And he can have I know he has messages beyond just killing this girl. Don't come in here with that. He raps about more than killing his wife and all of that. Yes, but then he throw some content in the song about a girl slitting the wrist and all. Like, it's not something that it's not something that I value. It's not something it's just not for me. And I seen other dudes just trying to provide all these type of reasons for why I don't like them. You gotta get outside of your element. You gotta listen to something outside of your comfort zone. Listen, I can listen to something outside of my comfort zone. If I don't like it, I don't like it. You know what I mean? And that's all it is. And there's a lot of dudes in the hood that feel the same way that I feel. And there's no disrespect to Eminem, because we're not saying he's a trash artist. We're not saying that, he's terrible at what he does. We're not saying he can't rap. Yes, people in the hood will acknowledge him as a great MC and one of the greatest, lyricists, to do it. But just because you're putting words together does not mean, like, I'm going to feel it. Like, your music is for me, or it's going to get played in the hood. So you can throw out all these numbers. He's the highest selling rap artist of all time, and this, that, and the third. But again, I always tell people this. The hood is we're not a huge... We don't make up a huge percentage of the consumers of music. We don't. Like, a lot of black people in the hood, they don't really buy a lot of albums. And if they buy an album, it's going to be something that they can feel and resonate with. They bought 50 album. They bought Jeezy album. They bought Tip album. It's certain albums that people will buy, but the hood don't really make up a huge percentage of consumers. Other demographics make up a huge percentage of consumers. So of course M's gonna sell a ton of records. Look at his fan base. His fan base is the fan base that buys music in bulk. So of course he's gonna sell a lot of records. So of course, it's cool. But again, the point of the video, the point of me, I said I was agreeing with Lord Jamar when he said that a lot of black people in the hood don't identify with his music. And that's the truth. It's not to slander him. It's not to belittle him or anything like that. It's just telling the truth. And yes, before y'all come in this comment section, it's so what? Yes, it does not matter that the hood does not mess with Eminem like that. A lot of dudes in the hood don't mess with Eminem like that. It don't matter because he's selling records anyway. We know it don't matter. However, the topic at hand, was the topic. I was addressing Lord Jamar's comments from Eminem's video, so I'm gonna talk about it. And the only reason Lord Jamar keeps talking about it is because Vlad TV keeps bringing it up to Jamar. Vlad wants all those clicks. He wants the views that come with, Lord Jamar criticizing or saying that saying that the hood don't fool with Eminem, right? Vlad wants those clicks. He wants those views. He wants those likes. He wants those comments. He wants those subscriptions to his channel. So he knows that if he asks Lord Jamar about Eminem, he's going to get a very animated response. He's going to get a very detailed response, and he's going to get a response that is going to send the world in a frenzy, right? It's going to create controversy. And so he keeps asking him about it. Lord Jamar does not just go on Vlad TV and say, let's talk about Eminem. They ask him, Vlad asks him about Eminem time and time again. So Jamar answers the question. That's it. We know the hood don't have to fool with Eminem. We know that. I'm just making a point to say that, yes, when it all started for real. When Vlad asked Lord Jamar if he got Eminem in his top 5 or top 10 or something like that, and Jamar was like, no, like I don't listen to Eminem. A lot of people in the hood, a lot of black people in the hood don't listen to Eminem. And people like, they can't believe it. Oh my God, they forgot about Dre. Like, listen, man, okay, every time Eminem is played in the hood, it's with an artist that the hood rock with, like Dre, like 50. Like when he featured on tracks with them, yeah, they gonna listen to it. When he featured on tracks with Drake, yeah, the black people in the hood gonna listen to it. You know what I mean? Because it's featuring an artist that they rock with heavily. Now, it's people in the hood that when Eminem comes on the radio, they're not gonna turn from it. But what I'm saying is Eminem is not their go-to. They're not the soundtrack for whatever they're going through in their life. Like a lot of people in the hood Eminem is not their soundtrack. Now, again, there are black people in the hood that listen to Eminem, but that crowd of people that listens to Eminem is not a huge bulk of them in every hood, like all the hoods in America. Because in Chicago, Illinois, I can guarantee you, I swear to you, I lived in a lot of different hoods in the city. The only time I ever heard him getting blasted was that Patiently Waiting verse. Seriously, Not Even Lose Yourself was bumping like that. You know what I mean? Like, but people knew it because it was getting so much radio play that, and it was that song was pretty cool. But I mean, like, people trying to make all these excuses and it's because he's white and like, no, fam, we just don't feel it. That music doesn't touch my soul. Again, I can say it time and time again. He's a great lyricist. He can put words together, but if it's not music that hits my soul and touches me and it's not something that I can resonate with or I can feel, I'm not going to feel it. And again, people are going to say, well, y'all listen to rappers talk about selling drugs and shooting and all that type of stuff. Listen, man. Listen. Yeah, I don't do no drugs at all. I don't shoot nobody. But you listen to the content to hear the stories because these stories resemble what's going on outside your window in the hood. We hear these stories about, people getting addicted to drugs, the hustler selling the drugs, then getting sent to jail. First he's stunning, he fly, and he getting flashy and all of that, then getting sent to jail. You hear the stories about dudes having altercations in the hood, or you see it, dudes having altercations in the hood that leads to gunplay and stuff like that. So these rappers are telling stories that we can often see right when we peer out of our window. We see these stories that rappers are telling, so we can identify with those stories. Eminem's stories about him killing Kim, killing his mom and how he hates her and putting him in a trunk, and I think he had verses about raping his mom and Kim, and I'm not, like, that just is not something that I have an interest in, nor is it something that I can feel on that level, and I don't think people should be attacked for that. We're just stating our opinion, and we're also stating that when the hoods that we live in, the hoods that we come across, the people that we interact from different hoods in America often say the same thing, that they can identify with Eminem's content. Just because we say that does not mean we hate white people, we hate white artists, because once again, Tyler the Creator is another black artist that has some content where he's just, saying some off-the-wall, outlandish stuff that I cannot relate to, and I won't listen to it. He got on Funk Master Flex and was talking about doing stuff to Flex and engaging in sexual activity with Flex. I do not identify with that, and people be like, he's just playing. Artists that do stuff for shock value, that's just not something that I feel. So it is what it is, man. But you can't be mad at somebody people in the comments having a fit. Like, they just in there just trying to get me to say I listen to Eminem and and you don't like guys that really make you think, and like, no man, I don't like that. Cause I don't listen to dude, that don't mean I don't like artists that make me think. Like, it's just like, relax, bro. Like, relax. I don't, cause Eminem can rap, but then sometimes even when he not on the Gork type content, I don't relate to, I'm on the floorboard with Harrison Ford and then the Ford Taurus and changing the chord and changing the chord and changing the floors. Like, I'm not, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he does that sometimes. Not all the time, but that's just not, it's just not something that I connect with. And a lot of other people in the hood or from the hood feel the same way. Not everybody. Again, not everybody in the hood. You have select few people in the hood that listen to him, that they really appreciate the content. They listen to the content because that's not far from what they hear in the death metal that they listen to. It's not far from what they hear in the heavy metal and the all the other rock and roll that they listen to. It's not far removed from that. So they like, okay, it's in line with Eminem's music is in line with what I'm used to hearing. Me personally, that does not do that music does not feed my soul. It does not. I don't enjoy listening to it. I don't turn it on when I'm trying to have a good time. It is what it is. And somebody even told me, like, real talk, like, dude thought I was playing. Eminem got a song called Monster with Rihanna. I promise you, I don't listen to him so much. I was like, I don't even know what that song is. I never heard that song until I went back and I'm like, let me type this song in. And I'm like, oh, that I'm in love with the monster inside of my bed. Something, whatever, I don't know. And I only knew the Rihanna hook. That's it. I don't know. Like, his music just is not for me, and because his music just not for me. Because I ain't no monster either, man. I'm not no monster, bro. Like, I don't got no type of issues like that, so it's just not something that I resonate with. Nor do I bump Danny Brown from Detroit, nor do I bump Hobson or any other, and these are black artists, so it's not nothing against white artists. I just don't feel M's content. And a lot of other dudes in the hood feel the same way. He doesn't make things that they can vibe with, that they like, man, like, you know what I mean? When I first heard Tip trap music, I was like, what? This ain't no album, this ain't no game, this a trap. Like, come on, man. Tip was in there, he was rapping. Like, fam was rapping. All that he was saying, and I can't quit. All them, like, them verses, stuff like that, I still ain't forgave myself, and I feel that. I feel that content. I feel that. I feel Jay when Jay was rapping on What More Can I Say? Encore. I feel what he was saying on Lost Ones. I feel what J. Cole was saying on Lost Ones. I feel what J. Cole was saying on Sideline Story. Like, those stories are stories that I've seen with my own two eyes. Stuff that I've experienced myself. Stuff that is not far removed from things that happen in my community. Things that may happen in my family. So that's why I feel that content. On the other hand, like, I don't know. I really don't even know people that hate their mama. I don't know people that want to kill a girlfriend. I don't, like, that's just far removed from my experience. And again, I always tell y'all, in the hood, black people in the hood revere their mothers. So it's like, we don't, like, that's just not, I never felt those lyrics from him. That's just me being honest. Why do I gotta be a hater? Why do I gotta, you just want to shit on him? Like, I'm not trying to shit on dude. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to shit on dude. Like, and it's because it's white, bro. I don't care what color, I don't care. If he was a black artist saying the same exact stuff, I'm not fooling with it. It just is what it is. So, a lot of y'all just need to relax. I mean, they be coming in the comment section want to cuss you out, writing whole dissertations and thesis statements and all of that. And I'm like, bro, I was done with grad school 2 years ago, bro. Like, I'm not trying to read no thesis, no dissertation about you. Now, I'm joking, because I'm joking. Let me stop saying that, because I be writing long comments too when I'm thoroughly trying to explain something. So I can't say that. Okay, so y'all can write y'all long paragraphs, but at the same time, don't try to, like, make a reason for why I don't like him. I don't like his, again, not me, I don't like him as a person. I don't like his content because it's just not something that suits me. It's not something that I can relate to. he's probably a cool person, a cool guy in real life. He probably could be cool. You know, people like he helped progress he helped push the culture forward. You know, with what signing 50 and his freestyle battles and all of that. I mean, that's cool, but again, if you just put their words together and it's not something that I feel or not something I'm like, man, when he said that, like I can point out lyrics when that Tip said, like when Tip said certain stuff, I'm like, wow, like I felt that stuff. Like, you know, I felt when Jay-Z said certain lyrics. I'm like, man, like, come on, man. All that, I ain't animated like say a Busta Rhymes, but the real stuff you get when you bust down my lines, add that to the fact I went plat a bunch of times that my influence on pop culture, I'm supposed to be #1 on everybody's list. Let's see what happens when I no longer exist. Like, come on, Jay was rapping. That last verse on What More Can I Say? That exemplified a lot of stuff that I felt, and I felt it like, oh my God, like, I was envisioning what he was saying. I was like, oh, it hit me in my heart. Seriously. I don't know one M song that did that for me. Like, I don't, you know, I can't name an Eminem song. I was like, man. And then people be like, well, cause dude said cause I ain't listen to Monster. I said I don't hear Monster. I haven't heard Monster. He was like, well, how can you critique the content? You ain't even listening to it. Bro, if Monster came out in 2014, 2015, by that point, I knew M was not for me. I'm not going to keep trying again. Because I was trying to listen to M. I was trying to get the content. I was trying to listen to it. And I was just like, after a while, it starts to sound like, it starts to drown out. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm done. I want to move on to something else. So that is what it is, man. It's like, you know, I can't explain it. I don't vibe with the content. A lot of other black people in the hood, can't relate to the content either. That is what it is. But they be like the fans he got. I mean, he got some loyal fans, and I mean, they ready to fight. They ready to threaten you. They ready to come to wherever you gonna come and just leave him alone and you just stop messing with him. Stop giving him shit. Leave him alone. Stop trying to. It's bullshit. Stop. Like, no, bro. Like, all that, man. Chill out, bro. Like, I'm not saying he's a terrible artist. I'm just saying I don't fool with it. I don't fool with it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, any other artist that was rapping like he rapped, I'm not listening to the music. I'm not buying the music. It's not just something I'm not gonna be into. And it is what it is. You know, and I was saying that I didn't feel like Lord Jamar was wrong for expressing those sentiments. If he expresses that, I didn't feel like he was wrong for saying, specifically, him saying that most black people in the hood don't mess with Eminem like that. I didn't feel like nothing was wrong with him saying that. When he said that statement there, I'm talking about that specific statement. Him saying that most black people in the hood don't fool with Eminem, I didn't feel like nothing was wrong with that. I didn't. You know? Because it's the truth. I promise you, if my mother gave me, because my mama, she likes to go to a lot of concerts. My mother is into concerts and stuff like that, you know. She into a lot of different concerts. If my mother was like, all right, you know, for your birthday, I want to give you these tickets. And she had me some Eminem concert tickets. And, like, she had a chance to, like, swap them out for another concert or something like that. Or she just I'll be like, look, can we, if it's another concert, I'm like, what other concert is playing? Because it's just, me, if I'm going to go to a concert, I don't want to just force myself to feel something. I want to feel it on my own. It's a natural feeling. You don't have to, what I'm saying is, I don't have to think about if I like something, you know? And you're not going to, if I tell you I don't feel what he's saying, I just don't feel what he's saying. I don't got to think about it. You know? That's it. It's not that I don't like things that make you think. It's just that I don't like what he's saying. I'm not trying to think about what he's saying. That's just it. It is what it is. But yeah, man. Eminem fans be ready to just, jump through the screen and attack you. They wanna do everything in the power. And then it's the thing too that kill me. Cause one of the dudes in the comments said there's no Eminem mafia. Like, bro, you in denial. There is definitely an Eminem mafia. And if you saying it's not, you probably in the mafia yourself. Cause it's definitely an Eminem mafia. check under the Nick Cannon comment section and the Lord Jamar comment sections. It's videos where, like, Lord Jamar just strictly talking about him not relating to Eminem content, and they getting mad and upset. Nick Cannon said he said the same thing. Most black people in the hood don't listen to Eminem. They not bumping Eminem in the hood, and they in the comment section having a fit. And who listens to trash Nick Cannon? And no, again, the hood don't bump Nick Cannon, but they watching Wildin' Out all the time. A lot of people in the hood watch Wildin' Out, or they kids is watching Nick Jr. So, like, you know, all that. Look at them comment sections of them videos. The Eminem Mafia, it come out in full effect, and I mean, trying to disrespect Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon ain't saying nothing bad. Nick Cannon's a cool, nice guy. He not saying nothing bad about Eminem, and they just trying to disparage Nick Cannon, talk about him vigorously. And I'm like, look at all of this. Like, look, if you really want to see some hateful stuff, say something negative about Eminem, and see how they come out in droves. Like, they come out in droves, ready to attack. And I'd be like, do y'all be sitting at home with a Marshall Mathers poster on your wall and praying to the poster? Like, y'all sit at home praying to the poster? Because I promise you, dude not finna come to your crib and be your best friend. Like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. It gets a little weird sometimes, man. I don't know. But there's nothing wrong with being a fan of an artist. But I'm not, me personally, I'm not going to go out of my way to make somebody be a fan of somebody that I like. You know what I mean? I'm not going to berate somebody because they don't like the artist that I like. I'm not going to berate them or talk crazy about them or try to, all this other stuff. I'm not going to do none of that because they don't like the artist that I like. If they don't like the artist, they don't like the artist. It is what it is. It's a done deal. But all that other stuff, bro, like, oh, y'all can miss me with that and cool out on that, man. I'm in the thing laughing like, yo, these dudes have got to stop, man. They got to stop. I'm in there replying, trying to like, okay, let me explain this. Let me explain that. Like, yeah, it's outside of my comfort zone, but I don't like it. It's things outside of my comfort zone that I like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't normally listen to, what's the Panic at the Disco joint? That joint, I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. That joint fire. You know what I mean? Some of the Gorilla songs, some of that was fire. Like, a couple of the Gorilla songs I like some of that. That's outside of what I normally listen to, but that's cool. I like that. I liked I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. That was cool. That was fire. Eminem, it's outside of my comfort zone, outside of stuff that I normally listen to. But when I'm listening to it, I be like, nah, that ain't it. Like, I don't play something else. Like, that's how I am. That's how I feel. But I'm done, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. Peace.